Or you can have them feed each other.
Okay. So we've discussed what the importance is of understanding why you do what you do. We've discussed the importance of being able to figure out your purpose, getting focused, understanding. After lunch, Ryan's going to go over on what the company's done so far, what you guys did last year, where you're at so far this year, so that you can start seeing, because I believe truly that another thing that will help you move forward is obviously understanding where the company is as well, right? And the numbers behind it and things of that sort. So it makes more sense how those of us on the ground floor, the impact we make on that stuff. Okay, so he's going to cover that and some other things for you as well. But we're going to get into right now the psychology of selling and the psychology of the buyer, right? What they're thinking, what they're feeling, things of that nature. So we're going to start right off on page 10. You want to find out, where do you see the market currently? If you had to rate it between 1 to 10, 0 to 10, how do you see the market? 10 being great market, 0 obviously being it stinks. From like the amount of people that come to see you at your communities, people calling to the community, trying to find out about getting a home. Where do you see the market currently for yourself? And then just write down why do you think it's that number? Why would you rate it whatever you're rating the market rate? And for you folks at home, same thing. And then once you move on to the buyers, now the buyers that come to see you. And I'm talking about their willingness to move forward, willingness to buy. How would you rate the buyer right now? And why? I'm going to start with the market. Who wants to shout out? Where do you rate the market right now?
10.
A 10. Okay, why do you say that?
Because I've got 7 parks, and depending on which park it is, depends on who's got money, who's really going. I mean, everybody's looking for homes right now.
Okay. Got it. Anybody else?
In our area, it's about a 7 or 8.
Okay, why would you say 7?
We have a lot of people calling, wanting to view homes. We have a lot of walkthroughs, and we have those people that are wanting to spend their tax dollars.
Okay.
Their tax money.
Right.
That's what I said.
For the down payment, you mean?
Mhm.
Okay. What would make it a 10?
Probably having the better, I would probably say just a nicer home for people to purchase,
Okay.
but
But the market itself. So I'm not talking about
Oh,
your
the
product.
market
I'm talking
itself?
about the market itself. The buyers, the market. Like, would you have people calling, reaching out that they're wanting to move? Right. That's I think. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
But that's the only reason.
But
because
we're
it's
a
tax
small
time.
town, so maybe.
So what's that time? Know what you want?
What about your buyers? Where do you rate your buyers?
Depends.
And I'm not talking about just ones who buy. I'm just saying in general. Your clients, I guess, is a better word. What would you say your potential buyers? How would you rate those? 5? Why 5?
Line 5 is somewhat homes, but you know, you can't find it. You have to speak back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
They call one to come see them, and then they never show. So
Okay.
you don't,
That's-
they're interested on wanting to come to see them, but then they never show.
Oh, okay.
We have that.
I've got one in my bag. I got one.
Or you've got the ones like the tax money, hey, I'm paying my taxes, then you're like, okay, down payment, then you get payments and move forward and you stop. So neither of those is fine.
Okay. All right. So you had said
they come, they
Oh,
call.
they call, but they don't show up.
Yeah. they
No
call,
show
they don't
appointments.
Show up, and they're very interested. They may even call, not show up, and then they call again, wanting to still come see them.
Right.
And then they don't show up the second time.
So imagine work.
Yeah.
I call those stringers.
Or no income, right? Not enough income. Anything else?
My husband said that if he would rate it a 3, because if he wasn't for this time of year wanting to spend their tax income, they wouldn't be trying to purchase.
And then you got some that you gotta watch what they are when you do background check. You got a school across the street from us, so it's too close for some people to live.
Then I rated a 10, because for my parks, we don't have enough homes to move it. Like, we need to expand our park.
You what? Ethnic groups, those things?
Yeah, so one of our parks is.
We deal with a lot of
All of ours are Hispanic,
Okay.
so they're just, Hey,
Move
we need
one
a
in,
home.
the whole way. There's 15 homes,
Beautiful.
so,
our park.
15 to a home or 15 homes?
no, 15 homes.
Okay.
15
I was gonna
homes.
say,
Yeah, they
Wow,
like
wow,
some-
wow. Yeah, you see that too, but if you move mom in, all the kids, all.
Yeah.
they're-
They're all
That's what
taking
happens with
houses
our
also.
park as
They all
well.
wanna be, they wanna be together.
So that's where I think.
Yep. Okay.
That's a
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You
multi-generational
turn your back
family.
and they're all living out, say.
All right. So, and those are all great answers, and we're about to discuss some of them here very shortly, okay? But what do you feel could help your customers, okay? What do you feel could your customers do to help themselves?
Put a lot of weed, spend all the money on it.
Okay, all right, got it. What else?
Fill out the application properly.
Okay. Fill out that. Okay. What else? What could they do to help themselves?
Help them know what position they're in as far as finances go to purchase a house.
Okay, financial. Okay,
A lot of them, you gotta hold their hand through the whole process.
I'm sorry to tell you, that's gonna be the
Yeah.
rest of your life.
Yeah.
isn't it?
I live with one, so we're good.
All right, what about you, Claudia or Erica? What do you feel they can do to help themselves?
Yeah, but if friends of the kind of stable, like comfortable, like, oh, I don't know how long it's going to be. When I answer these questions.
Sure.
People get like.
Okay. Beautiful. Now the $1 million question. What can you do? Okay. What could you do better to help customers?
Be brutally honest.
Okay. What does that look like? What do you mean
For
by
me?
brutally honest? Like what? Give me an example.
You're out of
For
here.
me,
Uh-huh. I'm
Somebody
okay,
wastes my
and I'm
time,
talking
I'm
about
cool.
potential buyers, okay? Not your current residents, that we know already, man, what needs to be
well,
done.
current residents or.
Well, no, but I'm talking about
You
buyers.
waste my time, I'm gonna be a dick.
Got it, but what I'm saying is, when they're coming in, what do you mean by brutally honest?
Like, just tell them up front. This is what you have to have.
Okay.
Or you're wasting all of our time, yours and ours,
What they need to have, like what?
as far as down payment, the rules and regulations. So many people come and don't even read the rules and regulations. They just want to move in so fast.
Yeah.
And then they throw a fit when you have to give them a warning or give them a citation or whatever.
And they even sign the regulations.
Yeah, they even sign it without reading it.
Okay,
Yeah.
are we going
I
over
don't
with it?
feel real right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
fair.
I do. I actually
Walk
read through the rules and
That's why-
regulations,
She
and I
takes you
basically,
through
I
step by
make sure
step.
that, these major ones will get you, kicked out. So
Right.
you really wanna not.
One of the things is that what we should be doing is, yes, understanding that these residents, potential residents are lower income, but still giving them dignity and respect through the buying process, because they already probably feel bad enough having to come to a trailer park we don't need to make them feel worse.
That's why I tell them fill out the application out so I can kind of see which direction we can go.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because other than that, we don't know. We don't know what they think. We don't know if they can do it.
And when it gets this way.
He's an angry guy.
Max, okay, all right, Max, when it gets that way, that you have to be that way, how does it feel?
For me, good.
Okay. Okay.
Just
That's what I wanted to hear.
Because I'll be the most patient man in the world till she tells me to be upset.
Okay,
And I'm a very patient person, so I have to back him off because sometimes when you get caught in your own head, it's bigger than what it actually is. So you have to step back, and somebody else has to step in, and it's just I deal directly with everyone, and the only time that you really have to deal with anyone is if we are in the process of removing someone,
sure.
and I need that backup. So. Yeah.
So when they don't bring the things for the application, or they don't show up for the appointments, or they don't qualify because of financing,
Still coming back.
how does it feel?
It's defeating sometimes.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. This business will beat you up. Okay? This
Well,
is on the
like she
retail
just said,
side.
I'm not good with names, but like
Shelby?
yeah, like she just
Shelby.
said, okay, if they call and tell you they're gonna be there, the second time they don't
Oh,
show,
no, that was.
Okay.
or yeah, that's right. The second time they don't show, if it were me, that'd be the end of it.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't accept another call from them.
And I would.
And the next chapter we're gonna talk about. But defeated, right? On the retail side, let me tell you something. On the retail side, for every 10 applications we submit, maybe 4 will actually make it all the way to the finish. So you're getting, here's the thing, you gotta understand, there's a thing called the 80-20 rule. If you're not familiar with it. 80% of your business is only gonna come from 20% of your market. So because of that, knowing that 8 of the 10 people probably aren't gonna do anything, they're not gonna do the application, they're not gonna have the money, they're not gonna show up for the appointment.
I
You
call
still
those
gotta, you
triggers.
still gotta be able to do it, so we gotta focus on what we control, like we talked about earlier. Okay? You can let them know what they need to bring, right? Or you can make sure that they showed up, that they are coming to the appointment. How are we confirming the appointments? I'm not asking you to give me the answer right now, I'm asking you to think about that. If you have an appointment set, how are you confirming the appointment? Are you confirming the appointment? How many times on the retail? So on my side, we did it 3 to 4 times to confirm an appointment, and they still didn't show. A lot of times. It's part of the business. We can focus only on what we control. The only thing I control is making that call to make sure they show up, talking to them, texting them, emailing, all those things. If they didn't show, I can control it. I can't let it defeat me, right? Because it will, quick. And then the next thing you start stacking those defeats, one on top of the other, and then it just becomes, I'm not even here. I don't want to put up with this. Okay? So, on the next page, there will be setbacks, right? So I want you guys to tell me, can you control your clients
That's
canceling
exactly
their,
right.
can you control your clients canceling their purchase? No.
No.
You have no control over this. They call you, say, hey, we don't want to buy the house anymore. Hey, we don't want to lease the house anymore. Hey, we're not going to move there anymore. You can't control that. Right?
That's
about-
fine. That's fine when they at least give you the respect to do that.
Well, but you can't control that they don't call you either.
Now, he would find out where they live and he'd go knock on the door.
Can you control whether or not they qualify for the loan or the lease?
No, but yes, because you can tell them what they need to do to further, when they can get the loan, you know, hey, take a year, stay at your job, do this, and then come back and
There you
say,
go.
hey, let's do this.
Or we
That's
create
exactly right. You're taking action on what you can control, but you can't control the fact that right now he can't buy.
Part of it.
Yeah.
because he got turned down, or he can't even move into our park because there's a school across the street, he can't be near school. You
That
can't
one's
control
fine.
that. You can't control it, right? Can you control the amount of information that you learn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are we doing that? Are we continuously learning? Are we continuously getting better at what we do? And in life. Can you control the amount of calls that you make daily
Yes.
to your prospects, to people that have come to the park, that people before that haven't bought, that haven't made a decision? Yes, we control that, right? Can you control the home being vandalized?
No.
How do you control the home being?
You can turn it.
Right, yeah, you can, right, but if something happens while you're asleep and all that,
Yeah.
or they're doing it on the inside and you can't tell, right? So you can't really control that. So when they move out and you go walk it and it's got holes in it and all that,
But we can't do walkthroughs.
there you go.
Appointments, walking through.
That's
Hey,
what you can control, right?
But you can't stop them from doing
But-
it.
Yeah.
But see, we had Green Tree had a house, one of the homes in our park, and the person that was living in it, they moved out, so his brother moved in. They weren't making payments or nothing. We found out later after he moved out and the house was destroyed, that Green Tree still owned it. So we couldn't rent it out to nobody. We couldn't do nothing with it. They just sat. Green Tree
Right.
wouldn't let us do nothing with it. So they're not playing rock flower in it. They're not doing nothing. The house is just stuck on a lot.
Can you do anything about that?
Tried. You can't.
You can only do what you can do.
Finally, we did.
So,
since we
All
switched
I'm
on.
trying to get across here is, how are those things affected?
Yeah.
Are we putting too much attention on things we can't control and not enough on it? Do we, and it happens in life too. Think about it.
Sometimes we need to step back and take a look at what we're trying to control to realize that it's not controllable.
right. It's like with people, right?
So then in life, what
The
really
only-
can we control?
I'm sorry.
Yourself,
So in life, then what really can we control?
yourself.
Right, let's circle
Your
that
own
right here.
So
That's
then,
it.
why even try?
Because it's the
Why
right
not?
thing to
You do
do.
it for yourself, not for
Because
somebody
it's
else.
the right thing to do.
But human nature is to get upset when it don't.
No, it's not.
You'll never
No,
be
it's not.
able to control
Human
what
nature's
comes
not to
out
get
of
upset.
people's
No,
It's not.
Agree to disagree.
We can, but that's what we're talking about. That's right, because here's the thing, like if somebody cuts me off on the road, who's getting upset?
Yeah.
Who's getting upset? Only me,
I always told my
only
kids.
me. That person ain't, just like that guy who didn't, that you felt you got all pissed off about, whatever, you're the only one that's pissed. He's
I
not,
always told my
and you're
kids.
giving him power.
I always told my kids,
Our-
they get mad at what people said.
Well, I'm just
Or
naturally
what
a mad
what
person.
their friends would say. I'm like, you will never, ever be able to control what comes out of people's mouths.
That's right.
Never. And
That's
how they conduct themselves or anything, you can't change.
So how do we apply it to this? Why is that important to know what we can and can't control and how we react to those things? Why would you think that's important? Why is it important to be able to control ourselves and how we react?
Because you're presenting yourself, the
Yeah,
company,
you
who
and me.
you are.
Right.
Bring them and not make them go away. They probably just have enough at home.
Right? What else?
But
Anybody
then
else?
if they choose to go away, then you can just move on to the next step and you already, you know how to handle yourself.
You have
and
to learn
can
not to
just
take
go
it
on.
personal.
Why?
Because once you bring it into a personal issue, then it becomes a part of who you are and why you do what you do. If you keep that separate, then you are,
What does that matter?
running your business is better. You have to keep your business and your personal different.
Why?
So it doesn't, I don't know. I just know you talk
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
hold on.
Like-
Here's where we gotta start thinking a little
Yeah.
deeper. Why does it matter on your business?
Because I want my business to be just as good as I would expect it somebody to be, or like if it was my business, I would expect everybody else to work just as hard as I do. And
But you can't control that
even though
either.
I know I can't control that,
Right.
but if I am
We're
showing
talking
by
only about you.
example,
We're talking only about you.
what's that?
We're talking only about you.
I just believe that if I show by example who I am or why I am that person, then everybody else will follow suit, and I don't have to worry about anybody else but myself, because I'm just showing who I am.
Yes.
And people
I
want to
love that.
come into my park. They want to be a part of where I am and what I do, just because they like that positive attitude.
Sure.
They like to know that they can come to me if they have an issue. I mean, I invite people to come to me. If you have an issue, you come to me, you talk to me, and we'll talk through it. If we can work it out, fine. If not, that's fine too. But we'll just see what the next step is so we can make sure that you can move forward with your life, even though it's not affecting mine.
So Sarah, you're a fixer.
I'm a very much a solar fixer, yes.
And that's great quality to have, as long as you put a boundary.
Yeah, and that's where I have issues.
There needs to be a boundary both with work and with the people in the park. And with family. Everyone.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm gonna take it from like a Google review standpoint.
Okay.
So you make that one prospect go away and you treat them with disrespect or hatred. That one person knows several other people looking for a home too. What are they going to tell those people? So in the end, that one bad reaction to them could kill your business just by word of mouth.
Right.
So it's your company reputation that you're.
And we live in a day and age where somebody,
Yelp.
they get offended so easily. And so, unfortunately, I love what you have to say, but that's also in control, right? You could do, I mean, you could do perfect by somebody and they can still leave something bad about it.
I've
Right.
had that experience
But
in my
don't-
last
and-
24
But don't
years.
give them extra ammunition.
No, you're right. You're right. But what I'm trying to get at is this. If you're reacting all the time, if you're letting it get to you, it's going to affect your attitude at work. And then you don't make the progress you could have made. You're so upset that one, man, it was your day that you were going to walk the community and start handing out. And you're so pissed off that you don't.
Yeah.
Right? You're so upset that something happened and then somebody shows up that wants to find out about getting a home and you're just trying to get them out because you're in such a bad mood and you miss out on possibly selling a home or leasing or whatever it may be. That's why you can't let those things get to you. You can. You can. But you gotta get over it right away.
Otherwise, you're in the wrong business.
Because you get in your own head, and like I said earlier, you're the only one who's bothered. And you're handing over the power. If Erica right now sat in here and said, this class sucks, I'm out. Hey, cool. Very nice meeting you. Thank you. I can't let it get in my head, because then I'd be a disservice to you all. So what I'm saying is, how are you reacting? And how is it affected already how you approach your day? From here recently. Think of the last, I don't know any of you guys since before today, right? I just want you to think back over the last 30 to 90 days and think, what has been how have I felt being the community? How have I felt in doing my responsibilities? And then why? If it hasn't been good, why not? If it's been good, then why? You need to know that too. And if it's anything about that you can't control, we need to learn to deal with it. Because it's never going to get any better. Because those things will continue to happen. That's not going to be the last person that says something to disrespect you. That's not going to be the last person who doesn't not show the equipment. It's not going to be the last person who doesn't qualify for the loan or doesn't make enough money or brought somebody else to live in the house and they moved out. It's not going to be the last time. It's never going to be the last time. You know when the last time's going to be? Until then,
No matter what
it's going to
you're
be
doing,
there. This is part of it. So we just got to move on. We move on and stay focused on the task at hand, right? So focus on what you can control, okay? And we're going to move into what we were just talking about. All right, page 12, everyone. There's a Japanese term that I like to, I'm for Japanese, by the way.
You know Japanese?
I don't know Japanese, but I love to eat it. I'm not going to lie about that, okay? There's the Japanese word called kaizen. Kaizen means continuous learning. Change is good. That's what kaizen means. So put that in there, continuous learning. Okay? Or continued learning, whatever. It just means the Japanese live by this lifestyle that they're always learning. They're always improving. They're always learning something, getting better, learning something new. That's why some of them live so as long as they do, right? Because their mind keeps working. Their body keeps moving. Okay? Now we all have heard the phrase knowledge is
Power.
right? However, you have to take a step further than that. And it's applied knowledge. That is power. That's where we have that on. Applied. In other words, I got to actually put my knowledge to work for it to be powerful. I can learn everything. Man, there's some people who read all these kinds of books and taking all these classes. Think about it. We probably know some kids that have maybe 2 or 3 master's degrees.
Maybe okay.
Applied knowledge. Right? So, having thought through those things, I want you to really start to think about how you actually feel now about being in the manufacturing industry. I love it. I could have gone back to cycle. I refused to. I love this industry. I love the fact that we deal with some of the people that we deal with.
It's interesting.
It is. I love sales so much. When I go and I train with salespeople on the sales part of it, man, I jump on the phones with them. I love that. It's a game to me. I want to know who's going to win, me or that person on the phone. Yep. When there's a customer in the office, and I sit there. Okay. Sometimes they win, and that's okay too. That's okay too. Right? But how do you feel about being in the manufacturing industry? And then more on top of that, Joanne, what value, Shelby, what value, Claudia, Erica, everyone, what value do you bring to the industry? What value do you bring to Suncrest? Because we're about to talk about respecting yourself, respecting the company, and respecting the product. That's what we're about to dive into right now. But you got to understand, first of all, how do you feel about being in this industry? What value do you bring? I'm going to give you a minute to do that. I'm going to shut off this live feed because I don't want too many people getting this for free.